3 weeks earlier. In the same village, Amara was just a lonely 8-year-old girl. Her mother sold vegetables in the market. Her father was gone, and most days, Amara felt like she didn't matter to anyone. Children in the village didn't play with her. They called her names: poor girl, silent girl, strange girl. So Amara spent her time alone, talking to the sky, talking to the trees, talking to nobody. Until one afternoon, she heard a sound near the bush behind her house. A soft cry. Whimper, whimper. Amara turned. Her heart jumped. Something was there. Small, dirty, weak. She slowly walked closer, and that's when she saw him. A tiny white puppy, shaking, hungry, with scratches on his body. Someone had thrown him away. Amara gasped. Oh no. She knelt down carefully. Hey, are you okay? The puppy lifted his head. His eyes were the sweetest eyes she had ever seen. They looked sad, but also warm, like he had been waiting for her. Amara reached out. The puppy didn't run. Instead, he leaned into her hand, and Amara felt something strange, something deep, like her heart recognized him. She whispered softly, I don't know who left you here, but you're not alone anymore. She picked him up, held him close, and smiled for the first time in weeks. I'm going to call you, she thought for a moment, Buddy. The puppy gave a tiny bark, almost like he liked it. Amara giggled, Buddy, my buddy. And that day, everything changed, because Amara didn't just find a dog. She found love. She found comfort. She found the only friend she would ever need. But what she didn't know was that Buddy was not a normal dog, and loving him was going to bring both miracles and danger.
The next morning, Amara woke up with a smile. It was a small smile, but it was real. For the first time in a long time, she didn't feel completely alone. She sat up slowly on her thin mattress. The room was quiet. Her mother had already gone to the market. The sun was shining through the cracked window. Amara rubbed her eyes and whispered, Buddy? Then, she felt something warm beside her. She turned, and there he was, the little white puppy curled up close to her like he belonged there. Buddy lifted his head. His tail wagged softly. Amara gasped. You stayed? Buddy gave a tiny bark. Amara laughed, a real laugh. Oh my gosh, you actually stayed. She reached out and hugged him gently. Buddy licked her cheek. Amara giggled again. It felt like her heart was waking up after being asleep for years. She whispered, You're my best friend now, okay? Buddy looked into her eyes, and for a moment, it was like he understood every word. Not like a dog, but like a person. That day, Amara took Buddy outside. The village air smelt like dust and cooking fire. Women were sweeping. Men were talking loudly near the road. Children were playing. Amara walked slowly, holding Buddy in her arms. Buddy looked around calmly. He wasn't scared. He wasn't nervous. It was almost like he already knew this place. Amara smiled. I'm going to show you everything. She pointed ahead. That's the mango tree. Buddy blinked. And that's the well. Buddy blinked again. Amara giggled. You're such a good listener. Buddy suddenly jumped down from her arms. He landed perfectly. Then he walked beside her, like he had been doing it forever. Amara's eyes widened. You walk like a big dog already. He didn't run away. He didn't chase birds. He didn't act wild. He just stayed close. Very close. Like he was guarding her. As Amara walked, 2 older boys came running down the road. They were known troublemakers. Their names were Musa and Demichi. They always bullied younger kids. Musa saw Amara and smirked. Look who it is, the poor, quiet girl. Demichi laughed.
She finally got herself a pet rat. Amara's face tightened. It's not a rat, it's a dog. Musa stepped closer. Why do you even have that thing? Amara held Buddy tighter. Because I love him. The boys burst into laughter. Love, Demichi repeated. You? Love? Musa picked up a small stone from the ground. You know what we do to stray animals? Amara's eyes filled with fear. Please, don't. Musa raised the stone. Buddy stepped forward. Amara froze. Buddy, no. But Buddy didn't bark. He didn't growl. He didn't run. He just stood there, staring at Musa. And something about Buddy's eyes made Musa stop. The boy's hand began to shake. His smile disappeared. His voice lowered. Why is it looking at me like that? Demichi whispered, It's just a dog. But Buddy didn't move. The air felt heavy, like something invisible was standing in front of Amara. Then, Musa suddenly dropped the stone. His face turned pale. I don't like this. Demichi blinked. What's wrong with you? Musa stepped back. That dog, it's weird. Amara held her breath. Buddy still didn't bark. He simply turned back to Amara and gently pressed his head against her leg. Like he was saying, I'm here, don't be scared. The boys ran off without another word. Amara stared after them confused. Her voice was soft. Buddy, how did you do that? Buddy looked up at her. His eyes were calm, almost knowing.
Later that afternoon, Amara sat outside her house, feeding Buddy small pieces of bread. Buddy ate slowly and politely, not messy, not greedy, just careful, like a child. Amara smiled. You're so different from other dogs. Just then, an older woman passed by. Her name was Madame Nikechi. She was known for gossip. She stopped walking when she saw Buddy. Her eyes narrowed. What is that? Amara stood up. It's my dog. Madame Nikechi leaned closer. This dog, it looks unnatural. Amara frowned. Unnatural? Madame Nikechi hissed. Dogs don't look at people like that. Amara hugged Buddy. He's just a puppy. Madame Nikechi's voice dropped. Be careful, little girl. Some animals are not animals. Amara's stomach twisted. What do you mean? But Madame Nikechi walked away, muttering, That dog is not ordinary. Amara watched her leave. Her heart was beating faster now. She looked down at Buddy. Buddy simply sat beside her, quiet, peaceful, like he wasn't afraid of anything, but Amara was. She whispered, Buddy. Who are you? Buddy turned his head slowly, and for a second, Amara thought she saw something, a tiny glow, deep inside his eyes. Then it was gone. That night, Amara lay in bed. Buddy slept beside her. Outside, the wind blew hard. The village was quiet. Then suddenly, a loud crash. Amara jumped up. What was that? She heard shouting outside. Her mother ran in, panicked. Amara, stay inside. Amara's eyes widened. Mom, what's happening? The neighbor's house, it's on fire. Amara gasped. Fire? People screamed outside. Flames rose into the sky. I could hear children crying. Her mother grabbed her arm. Do not come out. But Buddy stood up, his ears lifted, his eyes focused. Then, before Amara could stop him, Buddy ran out the door. Buddy, Amara screamed. No! She ran after him. The night air was filled with smoke. Everyone was panicking. But Buddy was running straight towards the fire. Amara cried, Buddy, come back! But he didn't. He disappeared into the smoke. Amara's heart stopped. Then, a moment later, something unbelievable happened. Out of the burning house, Buddy came running back, and behind him, a little baby crawled out, alive, safe. The crowd gasped. Someone shouted, That dog saved the baby! Amara covered her mouth. Tears filled her eyes. Buddy stood in front of the baby, like a protector, like a guardian. People stared at him. Madame Nikechi whispered in fear, I told you, that dog is not normal. Amara slowly walked forward. Buddy turned and looked at her. His fur was untouched. No burns, no smoke, nothing. Like the fire could not harm him. Amara whispered shakily, Buddy, you saved him. Buddy blinked slowly, and the villagers began to murmur. Some looked amazed,
Others looked afraid, and that was the moment the love Amara had found started turning into something dangerous, because now the village was watching, and they were beginning to fear her dog.
The next morning, the village was not the same. People were no longer talking about the market. They were no longer talking about weddings or farming. They were talking about only one thing: the dog. Buddy. Amara could feel it, even before she stepped outside. That morning, she walked slowly down the dusty road with Buddy beside her. For the first time, people were not smiling. They were staring, whispering, pointing. Amara held Buddy's collar tightly. Her voice was small. "Buddy, why are they looking at us like that?" Buddy stayed close, quiet, protective. But Amara could feel something heavy in the air. Something was wrong. As Amara passed the well, she heard two women talking. "That dog entered fire and didn't burn. That is not normal." Another woman replied, "My grandmother always said spirits can hide in animals." Amara stopped walking. Her heart pounded. Buddy's ears lifted. The first woman continued, "That dog is a bad sign." The second woman lowered her voice, "We must remove it before it brings disaster." Amara's eyes widened. Remove it? Her stomach twisted in fear. She quickly walked away. Buddy followed calmly, but Amara was shaking. Later that afternoon, Amara sat outside, brushing Buddy's soft fur with her fingers. Buddy rested his head on her lap. Amara whispered, "I don't care what they say. You're good." Just then, her mother came home from the market. Her face looked tired, but something else was there too: worry. She dropped her basket slowly. "Amara." Amara looked up. "Yes, Mama?" Her mother hesitated. "People are talking." Amara hugged Buddy tighter. "What are they saying?" Her mother sighed deeply. "They are afraid of your dog." "Afraid? Why?" Her mother sat down beside her. "They said he is unnatural." Amara's eyes widened. "He saved a baby. He saved someone." Her mother nodded. "I know, but fear makes people blind." Amara whispered, "Are you afraid too?" Her mother looked at Buddy. Buddy looked back. For a long moment, neither moved. Then her mother spoke softly. "I don't know what Buddy is, but I know what you are." Amara sniffled. "What?" Her mother touched her cheek gently. "You are a child who finally found love." Amara broke down. "I love him, Mama. He's my best friend." Her mother pulled her into a hug. "I know," but her voice trembled. "And that is why I am scared." Amara looked up quickly. "Scared of what?" Her mother whispered. "Scared of what people can do when they don't understand something." That same evening, under the big mango tree, the villagers gathered. Men, women, even the village head. Amara didn't know, but Buddy did. Buddy suddenly stood up from where he was lying. His ears pointed forward. His body became alert. Amara frowned. "Buddy!" Buddy stared toward the road. Then he began to walk, slowly, quietly. Amara followed. "Where are you going?" Buddy kept moving, like something was calling him. Amara followed him through the darkening village until she saw it. A crowd, a secret meeting. People were gathered under the mango tree. Amara quickly hid behind a wall, holding Buddy close. Her heart beat hard. Then she heard Madame Ketchi's voice. "That dog is not ordinary." A man replied, "It saved a baby. That should be a blessing." Madame Ketchi snapped. "No, that is exactly why it is dangerous." Another woman shouted, "What kind of dog enters fire and comes out clean?" The village head raised his hand. "Enough." Silence fell. Then he spoke. "We cannot ignore this." Amara's breath caught. "Ignore what?" The village head continued. "This dog is bringing fear into our community." Amara whispered. "No." Madam Nkechi stepped forward. "It must go." A man asked, "What do you mean it must go?" Madam Nkechi's eyes were cold. "We remove it." Amara covered her mouth. "Remove it?" Another voice said, "That girl is too attached." Madam Nkechi replied, "Then we take it at night, quietly." Amara's body froze. Her eyes filled with terror. They wanted to steal Buddy. No, worse, they wanted to get rid of him forever. Buddy stood very still beside her. His eyes were calm, but deep, almost sad, like he already knew this day would come. Amara whispered shakily, "Buddy, they want to take you." Buddy slowly turned his head and looked at her. Then he pressed gently against her, as if to say, "I'm not leaving you." But Amara was trembling. That night, Amara couldn't sleep. She held Buddy tightly in her bed, her arms wrapped around him like a shield. Buddy's heartbeat was steady, but Amara's was not. Tears rolled down her cheeks. "They hate you. They hate you even though you're good." Buddy licked her hand softly. Amara whispered, "I won't let them take you." Outside, the wind blew, and somewhere in the darkness, footsteps moved quietly. Someone was coming. Amara's eyes opened wide. Buddy's ears lifted. The door creaked just a little. Amara sat up fast. "Who's there?" Silence. Then a shadow passed by the window. Amara's breath stopped. Buddy stood up, his body stiff, protective. Amara whispered, "Buddy, they're here." And in that moment, the little girl realized something painful. Loving Buddy was not just love anymore. It was a fight for his life, a fight for her heart, because the village had made a decision, and they were coming for her angel dog.
That night, the village was too quiet. No laughter, no music, only the sound of wind brushing through dry leaves. Inside the small house, Amara sat on her bed, holding Buddy like he was her baby. Her arms were wrapped around him tightly. Her voice was shaking. "They're coming, Buddy." Buddy stayed still. His eyes were open, watching, listening, like he could hear things humans couldn't. Amara sniffled. "I wish people could see what I see. You're not bad. You're not a curse. You're my miracle." Buddy gently licked her cheek. Amara closed her eyes. Then, a sound. Soft footsteps outside. Crunch, crunch. Amara's eyes snapped open. Buddy's ears lifted. The footsteps stopped. Silence. Then, a whisper. "She's asleep." Amara froze. That was Madam Nkechi's voice. Another man replied, "Hurry, before she wakes." Amara's heart began to pound so loud she thought the whole world could hear it. Buddy stood up slowly. Amara whispered, "No." The door handle moved, slowly. Creak! The door opened. A shadow stepped inside, then another. 3 people, holding sacks, holding ropes. Amara's voice came out like a broken cry. "Stop!" The figures froze. Madam Nkechi stepped forward. Her face was hard in the moonlight. Amara. Amara sat up fully, tears already in her eyes. "What are you doing in my house?" Madam Nkechi pointed at Buddy. "We came for the dog." Amara grabbed Buddy tighter. "No!" One man muttered, "It's just an animal." Amara screamed, "He is not just an animal." Madam Nkechi's voice became sharp. "That thing is not normal. It entered fire and did not burn. It looks at people like it knows secrets. It must leave this village." Amara cried, "Then leave me too." The men moved closer. Buddy stepped forward, placing himself in front of Amara. Madam and Ketchy raised the rope. "Grab it!" Amara shouted. "No!" She jumped off the bed, standing between Buddy and them. "You will not take him!" The man scoffed. "She's just a child." Madam and Ketchy snapped. "Move her aside!" One man reached out. Amara slapped his hand away. "Don't touch me!" Then Buddy growled, low, deep, not like a puppy, like something ancient. The room felt colder. The men paused. Madam and Ketchy hesitated, but then she barked, "Take it!" The man lunged forward, and Buddy leaped, fast, too fast. He knocked the rope out of the man's hand. The man fell back with a shout. "What the?" Amara gasped. Buddy stood protectively in front of her, his body trembling, but not with fear, with power. Madam and Ketchy's eyes widened. "You see? That is not normal." Then she screamed, "Catch it!"
Her mother touched her cheek gently. "You are a child who finally found love." Amara broke down. "I love him, Mama. He's my best friend." Her mother pulled her into a hug. "I know," but her voice trembled. "And that is why I am scared." Amara looked up quickly. "Scared of what?" Her mother whispered. "Scared of what people can do when they don't understand something." That same evening,
The men rushed forward again. Amara cried, "Buddy, run!" Buddy turned and barked once, almost like he understood. Then he ran out the door. Amara followed barefoot. "Buddy!" The villagers outside were waiting. More people, more shadows, more hatred. Someone shouted, "There it is!" Stones flew. Amara screamed, "Stop!" Buddy dodged quickly. Amara ran after him, crying, "Please, leave him alone!" But the village had become a storm of anger. People chased them through the streets. "Catch that cursed dog! Don't let it escape!" Amara's small feet slapped against the dirt road. Her lungs burned. Her tears blurred her vision. Buddy kept looking back, making sure she was still behind him, like he was guiding her, protecting her. They reached the edge of the village, the forest. Dark, dangerous. Amara hesitated. "Buddy, we can't go in there." But behind them, the mob was close. Madam and Ketchy shouted, "Don't let them enter the forest." Amara's voice broke. "They'll kill you." Buddy looked at her. Then he stepped into the forest. Amara whispered, "I'm coming," and she followed. The trees were tall. The darkness was thick. Crickets chirped loudly. Amara's breathing was heavy. Buddy stayed close. Then suddenly, a voice from behind. "There!" They had followed. Torches lit up the forest. Madam and Ketchy's angry face appeared through the trees. "You can't hide forever!" Amara cried, "Why are you doing this?" Madam and Ketchy shouted, "Because that dog is not from this world." Amara screamed back, "Maybe you are the ones who are evil." The villagers murmured. Some hesitated, but fear pushed them forward. One man raised a stick. Buddy stepped in front of Amara again. Amara shook her head. "Buddy, please!" Then the stick man swung. Amara screamed, but the stick never touched Buddy, because something happened. The air changed. A strong wind blew through the forest. The torches flickered wildly. The villagers stepped back. "What is this?" Buddy stood still. Then a soft golden light began to glow around him. Amara's eyes widened. "Buddy, are you—" The light grew brighter. The trees around them seemed to bend. The wind became a roar. The villagers panicked. Madam and Ketchy shouted, "Witchcraft!" But Amara whispered, "No, it's not witchcraft." Buddy lifted his head. His eyes shone like stars. And for the first time, Amara heard it again, that whisper, that impossible voice. "Do not fear, Amara." Amara froze. Tears fell freely.
You spoke! The villagers screamed. The dog is talking! Buddy stepped forward. The golden light surrounded him like a shield. No one could come closer. The mob backed away in terror. Madame Nkechi fell to her knees. This is not a dog. Amara stood shaking, her heart full of confusion and wonder. Buddy turned to her. His voice was soft, gentle, like a lullaby. I will not let them hurt you. Amara sobbed. What are you? Buddy didn't answer. He only looked at her, with love deeper than any animal could have. Then he began to walk deeper into the forest. Amara followed, crying, Buddy, don't leave me! Buddy branched back. I am here, always. And behind them, the villagers stood frozen in fear, because they had tried to destroy something holy without knowing.
The forest was cold. The kind of cold that crawls into your skin and makes you feel small. Amara walked slowly behind Buddy, her bare feet stepping on dry leaves. Crunch. Crunch. Her shoulders were shaking, not just from the cold, but from fear, and confusion, and heartbreak. Behind them, the village was far away now. No more shouting, no more stones, only silence. Amara hugged herself tightly. Her voice came out as a whisper. Buddy. Buddy stopped walking. He turned back. His eyes were still glowing softly, like tiny stars trapped inside them. Amara swallowed hard. You talked. Buddy blinked slowly. Amara's lips trembled. Dogs don't talk. But he didn't deny it. He only looked at her. And somehow, that look made Amara feel safe, even in the darkness. Amara's eyes filled with tears. Who are you? Buddy stepped closer. The golden light around him became softer now, like a warm lamp in the night. Amara cried quietly. Are you going to leave me too? Buddy made a gentle sound. Not a bark. Almost like a sigh. Then his voice came again. Soft. Calm. I will never leave you, Amara. Amara froze. Her whole body shook. Tears poured down her face. How is this real? Buddy lowered his head and pressed it gently against her chest. Amara fell to her knees, hugging him tightly. I don't understand. Buddy stayed still, like he was letting her cry everything she had been holding inside for years. Amara sobbed. They hate you. They chased us. They wanted to take you away. Buddy whispered. They do not understand. Amara lifted her face. But I understand you, Buddy. I love you. Buddy's eyes softened. And for a moment, the forest felt like it was listening. Amara wiped her tears with her sleeve. Her voice became small again. I was alone before you came. No friends. No one to play with. Even my mother is always tired. She sniffled. And then you appeared. Like heaven sent you. But he went still. Amara continued, her voice breaking. I thought maybe God remembered me. Buddy's glow flickered slightly, like her words touched something deep inside him. Amara looked down. Were you really sent? Buddy didn't answer immediately. The wind moved gently through the trees. Then Buddy sat down in front of her, and his voice came again. Yes. Amara's breath caught. Yes. Buddy whispered. I was sent. Amara's mouth opened. Her heart pounded so hard it hurt. Sent. Buddy's eyes held hers. I was sent to protect you. Amara's voice trembled. Protect me from what?